Well, a very good evening, one and all, and welcome to the Studio Rats Q&A Live, number 273, it says there. My name's James Ivy.
Apple Drew.
Vinny the Axe.
Hey.
Vinny is in the house, thanks to the change from British summertime to Greenwich Mean Time this week.
It's going to mean? It's going to mean that how many comments are we going to get halfway through going, is this started already? As we do every time this year.
Yeah. I do
every time this time of year.
And it also proves that nobody reads the blurb that I write to accompany the thing, because I do say it in big letters. But
yes.
hey, you are all very welcome along to our weekly takeover of the interwebs. It's nice to have you with us early doors, Vinny.
Thank you.
As always.
Good to be here.
Lots to get through. I've got a couple of cool things that have happened this week that I want to talk about. But for now, Mr. Drew, what have you been up to?
Well, apart from fucking up a guitar, which I'll explain later. No, I won't. I need to clear my head on it, and then I'll explain it next week maybe. Apart from that, I went to the guitar show on Sunday.
And how was that?
Do you know what? I wasn't expecting to go, and I woke up Sunday. I just went, do you know what? I'll go. And apparently, we're not that welcome.
They don't like us, do they?
They don't like us.
Really?
We might have given them quite a hard time.
Huh?
We might have given them a hard time.
No, but I think fairly. But anyway, so I went to the guitar show. It was actually better than last year. The thing that absolutely baffled me was that I was going around and I was just sort of doing the highlights of the show, just like I do on a show, and the people there were, and at least two of the people that I was filming, speaking to, said, "Oh, so you're filming for the show?" And I said, "No, it's a YouTube channel." They couldn't believe it, first of all. Now, considering the show, and I'm going to give the show a bit of a hard time, but considering the show is a little bit lackluster when it comes to supporting content that is covering their show, I think they're a little bit short-sighted, because the amount of extra coverage that I got, the people that are exhibiting at their show, to get them a little bit more publicity.
We had this discussion this time last year, didn't we? That
They
don't get it. That we as
Unbelievable.
content creators don't expect to pay for a ticket to come to a show to make the people who are paying them it's not a vast amount of money for these tabletop shows, but they're still paying them to be there, and we're making content for free.
Yeah.
About their show. I'm sorry. Various people asked me what I was doing on Sunday. I said, "Oh, I've got some toenails that need cutting," because that's what I felt about it. I had a lovely day with the family. So,
but anyway, the show was better than last year.
Good.
It needs some work. but that's what it is. And
the venue's great. The venue's really good. I like the.
Yeah, it's good, and there's some good. There's some good brands that go. It was less of the Granny's coffee table, which was nice. The Granny coffee table type guitars, which is really good. But no, I think it's improving, and I hope for their sake and the people that exhibit, I hope it goes from strength to strength. But it's
because we do need what I'd call a boutique guitar show in the UK.
Yeah.
The UK, if you want to go and see Fender's latest whatever, you can go to Anderton's or to PMT or whoever. Yeah. But if you want to see, meet some custom builders and actually meet people who do the thing, we need one of those shows in the UK.
Yeah. Tampa had their guitar show last weekend. I was planning on going to film it, and then I'm like, I don't want to go. And I love guitars, as much as the next crazy person on this show. You know what I mean? But it's more like a gun show down here. So it's just all tables, and people got guitars standing on tables, and they're just trading and wheeling and dealing. And I didn't want to go because I'd be tempted to buy another damn guitar. And, I just bought the custom shop last week. So I was just like, I didn't think there would be anything to promote. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Oh, well.
So that was Sunday.
So what have you been up to? Oh yeah, no, that's it. I mean, it's half term here, so we've been sort of doing some family stuff, and then I tried to get a video out today, but everything went wrong. Everything went wrong today. So anyway, what have you been up to? Let's find some positive stuff.
Very interesting end to the week for me. On Friday, about 12:30 lunchtime, got a phone call from my mate Dave West, who plays bass for the George Michael tribute that I've done a couple of gigs for. And he went, "What are you doing this evening?" And I went, "I've got the kids." He said, "Our drummer's just been rushed to hospital, and we've got a gig in Radlett, so less than an hour from me. Can you help us out?" And I went, "I can't say yes right now, but give me half an hour." Phone Jen, made it happen. She sorted work out stuff. So I ended up on Friday night doing a random gig with a George Michael tribute theatre show, which was great. To the point where the guy, sadly, Dino. Now the weird thing is, Dino's dad watches this show.
Oh,
Which is hi, Dino's dad. So I'm covering again for him because apparently he was back in hospital again with. I don't want to say what it is because I don't really know, but I'm covering for him again Saturday night as well. So Dino, get well soon, mate. Your gig, don't panic about your gig. It's your gig still. Don't worry, because that's the first thing that people get concerned about, isn't it? Oh, I'm fine. I can play. I've only got one arm, but I can play.
Yeah. We'll get well soon, Dino.
Yes. And then, but bizarrely, yes, it's half term here, but because I seem to have put myself under some time pressure to get some content done, I'm a week ahead in content.
Wow.
And so I was saying to Vinny before we came on, in 20 odd years of doing YouTube videos and content, I've never been a week ahead, ever. So yeah, bizarre one. Yeah. So nice. Good week thus far. We're on half term and trying to do family stuff as well, and all the kind of the family admin that goes along with that. But no, it's been a good week so far. Vinny, what have you been up to?
Well, I'm 2 weeks behind if you're a week ahead. I didn't get anything done this weekend. Interruptions and things, family stuff. But I'm actually, I was telling James before we started, I bought a, and we'll see how it goes. I'll do a video on it. We'll see the quality of it. But I bought one of these Ghost Fire, like pedal train. I don't want to say knockoffs, but it looks like a copy of, made out of aluminum or aluminium, depending on what side of the pond you're on. And it's not the one with the extendable feet. It's like it looks literally like a pedal train, and it's 31 inches wide by 15 deep. And my reasoning for that is I want to take the amp one, the Blue Guitar amp one, and mount it on the board. And then I'm probably going to get a VP4 to run effects. And I guess, Paul will talk about how I should route that. But I want to use some regular analog dirt boxes and have my wah on there and expression pedal and all that stuff. So I needed a bigger board to set this all up. Plus I want the blue box mounted on there as well, which is the IR loader. Because if I do play anywhere, I can run that signal with the IRs to the front of house, and still run my cab simultaneously.
Yeah.
So so I'll probably do a video of the build and where I'm going to place all the pedals and everything. And what I do think is cool with the Blue Guitar is that, with a conventional amp, if you're running an effects loop, usually you got to run a couple of cables right to your board, wherever the board is. But with the Blue Guitar being the amp on the board, I can cut myself some really short custom cables to run the loop, and that'll cut down probably 15 to 20 feet of cabling, out of the whole thing, which is kind of cool, I think.
Yeah. Nice. That is a bonus, isn't it?
Yeah. That's great.
You had a question,
nice.
Paul?
We'll talk about that in a minute, your setup, because I've got some ideas about that.
Okay.
But however, first let's do this.
Cheers, Pedro Dude. Can anyone recommend some good refinishers and guitar techs in Sussex? Looking for a nitro refin and also someone who can do setups, fretwork, etc. Yes. So I got the guy that did my PRS Silver Sky is based just outside of Brighton. So Brighton's in Sussex.
Yeah.
He lives in France, though, so he comes over would I? So he did a refret. His refret was okay. And his finishing was okay. Would I push him again? Probably not.
What's the name of the guy who we knew at Bonners?
Simon? No, Simon doesn't do refinishing.
No, but his fret dressing and setups and stuff is second to none.
Yeah. Yes. Yes. I'm not sure Simon does it anymore though. That's the only thing.
Fair enough.
I think you're probably I think you're best off just going up to Anderton's. The great thing about Anderton's, they've got a plec machine as well.
Mm-hmm.
And the plec work that they do up there is really good. So I would recommend doing that. I'm sure Anderton's can sort out a refinisher for you. I can almost guarantee. Well, I can guarantee it because they must get asked that all the time. So that's what I would do, Pedro. And then I would do that.
Or is the reason you want to be in Sussex because that's where you are? Because there are people who you can ship a guitar to. Steve at Guitar Lodge will do all that sort of stuff, and he's been my tech for years, and certainly his fretwork and stuff is amazing.
Hold on a second. Does he do refinishing?
Yes.
Hey, he does nitro. He's got a
spray
booth.
He's got a spray booth and a extraction system, and the whole works.
There you go. That's where you need to go then. That's
ship
perfect.
I would say ship it to Steve. Check out Guitar Lodge. They're they're not in Sussex, but they can sort out shipping and all that sort of stuff if you've got a way to get the thing moved.
Yeah.
And Steve's great.
That's it. Yeah. I mean, just posting guitar now is no bother.
No,
it's no bother.
There we go. We're ready
recommendation.
We ready to dive in?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Farid. Evening, everyone. Evening, Farid. Al says, evening, gents and TSR community, hit that like and subscribe. Cheers, Al. Yeah, it does us a massive favour if you give us a like and subscribe. We don't monetize the show, so and also go and check out Vinny's channel. I didn't do it last week and I felt guilty. Vinny the Axe, his YouTube channel, and Phil 40 Watt podcast. You go and listen to all guitar stuff on that.
Cheers.
Oh, and Driver Talks Tech. Yeah, but that's obvious. The Outer Limits, Evening Rats afternoon here in Pittsburgh. I loaded my main guitar with EMGs. Really dig them. To me, it feels similar to using an always-on pedal. Thoughts?
Yeah, those EMGs on that Schecter are amazing.
I got EMGs in the warm-up build that I did, the David Gilmour essay set, and I think
you like them.
I think they sound really damn good. I was very skeptical because it's the first. I think it's the first EMG set I ever put in. I always kind of have that skeptical, EMGs are only for metalhead guys. And I kind of am, but I don't know. Anyway, or maybe I'm just a cork sniffer and I'm like, powered pickups, the hell with that. But
I'm not a bass player.
The EQing on that guitar is fantastic. That setup is cool. You have a lows and highs that you could roll in or off. And then you have a mids knob that you could roll in or off instead of tone controls, instead of like conventional tone controls. What fantastic. I think it's great. So Outer Limits are very cool.
So I think that's a great way of doing it. The only thing that I found about when I fitted those EMGs, it was an 81 and 2 SAs to the guitar that James has now got. I found it a little dark, and I've had 81s and SAs on guitars all through the 90s.
Isn't that an 85? Wasn't that an 85 that's in that? The Lukather set is an 85.
Oh, is it an 85? I thought it was an
85, yeah. 85. And they are darker sounding.
Oh, they are?
Yeah.
The 85 is the darkest sounding pickup.
Yeah, I think so. The 81 is brighter. It's more powerful, but it's brighter. So you might have been able to do some trickery with that to kind of back off on the gain a little bit.
Yeah, but I even found the single coils quite dark, or darker than I was expecting.
Now I think those single coils are not just normal SAs, are they? Are they the SVs or something? They're like more of a vintage flavored.
Are they?
I want to say that. I could be wrong. Somebody fact check me, but I want to say the Lukather set is more of a vintage flavored single coil, and they're hotter from what I understand. And I think it's an 85. Where's Phil? Because I can't type this.
Yeah, where's Phil? What the hell is Phil? Okay. Nice one. A nice one out of limits. Great. That's. I'm glad you're digging it.
I'm certainly digging that Schecter. Sounds amazing with those in.
Jeff, Jeff's got his new amp. Greetings from sunny Brisbane. I hope everyone's happy and well. And he also says, what do Paul, Drew, and I have in common? Probably not much, but definitely not the bad Cat Era 30. Very nice, mate. Funny enough, mine is on the way. So it's coming in for review.
Can I just interrupt a second?
Yes, mate.
So I'm looking at it right now on Sweetwater. It is an 85 in the bridge. And I was correct. They're SLV single coils, not SAs.
Ah, so
maybe that's why.
Different.
Maybe that's why you weren't jiving them.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I know the SAs are bright.
Ah, yeah. Because I used to like the SA and the 81. I used to love that combo. Yes. Yeah. Maybe I'll try that in the future.
I like it. You're not touching it.
But no, that's the whole point. I would go for 81s and SAs. Right. Anyway, yeah, hold on. Did we finish off on? Yeah, we did finish Jeff's. Yeah, we did. Stuart, he said, evening, Rats. I see John. Nathan Cordy is impressed with the Rev D20 JL Joey Landreth signature head. And the chaps at Toman have included the Rev D25 Joey Landreth combo in their 2025 top 10. Well, my Rev D20 JL is stuck in customs. So I don't even think it's going to come out, to be honest. I think it's because it's been stuck there for quite some time.
They're probably hitting it with a hammer.
That's helpful.
It's weird, isn't it? Yeah, it's like it's. I'll do another check right now. Yeah, it's been stuck in customs for some time, and I do not know why. And yeah, so yes, I'd like to say that yeah, it's got an exception. Delivery date not even available anymore. So we'll see what happens there.
Great.
Pedro, he says, evening all. I have a sad revelation. I bought an Eastman SB59, which plays brilliantly, weighs 7.5 pounds. Nice, and loved it until I realised the shape is not as slim and as sharp as my Les Paul. Why is that a sad revelation?
Maybe he plays in a Guns N' Roses tribute band and they're all laughing at him saying that's not a Les Paul.
It's more rounded. I wouldn't. I just enjoy it. I think that's I mean, if you can find a Les Paul that weighs 7.5 pounds, you're a better man than I am.
Yeah, I hear good things about those Eastmans. I almost bought one.
Yeah, I would. I'd just embrace it. I'd embrace the shape of it and enjoy it.
That come with Lawlers in it? I forgot what they're loading in that.
Are they? They put.
I don't know. I was wondering if they were loading Lawlers in those guitars. I don't know what comes in that now, or is it Seymour Duncan's or something?
Yeah, I mean, I think embrace it. 7.5 pounds for a Les Paul is.
So, speaking of Les Pauls and guitars, as we clearly were, because it's the show, I took the kids to the Horniman Museum in Southeast London today, to the instrument galleries, and it's basically they've got loads of old school instruments and really old instruments and instruments from all over the world. But there's a bit on Western music, and there is a Fender Strat and a Les Paul, and there's me trying to go. Well, okay, they're both American. They're both the Strat. You can tell it's an American one. The Les Paul. I'm going. I wonder what state they're in and if they're good ones that have been in this case for clearly quite a long time.
Oh, I think so. I mean, providing it hasn't, if it's a Les Paul, if it's what happens to the lacquer, Vin, when guitars stay in cases too long? It sort of oxidizes or something.
A bunch of things can happen, especially with the temperature. It could crack it. The other thing I would worry about is if it's in a case, how is it suspended in the case? I guarantee you, if it's hanging by the neck in a case, it's that whole finish around that is ruined.
Yeah,
Yeah, but my Les Paul, my Les Paul on the neck hangers is shot.
That's because you're using the wrong neck hangers.
Yeah, you got to be careful with them, and
it was even before I got it. It was so.
Yeah, so if you buy Hercules stands, they're for nitro. So if you stick it on another stand, you got a Hercules stand. Okay, well, you'll be fine. You'll be fine from now on.
You know what I did notice that for guys like guitar hangers is depending on the headstock, if you have locking tuners, I know Kiesel's will do this especially. That's why the V is really zooming on that sideways mount. Is that the low E or high E in the case of that guitar's reverse headstock. It doesn't matter. The lowest tuning key will rest. The locker will rest on the rack itself, on one of the yoke points, and then it will actually back it off. And then I've had strings slip out of the locking tuner, and I couldn't figure out what the hell was going on. And it was the yoke of the hanging thing was loosening that
makes
that
sense.
lock on the back. So for those you guys are hanging those, just check and take a look while it's hanging in there if that is touching that or not, because that can happen.
Yeah.
Good shout. JP, evening all, evening JP.
Graham
says, evening rats and everybody. Evening Graham.
No, I don't think John Petrucci watches the show. I mean, if I'm wrong,
he loves
JP,
it. He loves it. He loves it.
He might. I'm growing a beard, man.
Yeah.
The three of us together are not as muscly as that man.
It's true. Hot 8. Hi to all. Hi, Hot 8. Gary, hi all. What do you think is the closest distance you could get away with having your valve amp next to a radiator when it's on? What, the radiator on or the valve amp?
Or the tube amp.
I mean, tube amps are designed to get hot. When I say designed to get hot, a properly designed tube amp gets hot, so they put that factor in there. I wouldn't worry about it. The only thing I worry about more than that is I
worry about the cabinet.
It's the cabinet. Is the vinyl coming away from the cabinet? That's the only thing I'd worry about.
Well, and you got to worry about it getting caught on fire. So I would say
18 inches, 2 feet probably is fine.
I think. What do they recommend usually with radiators? Like, definitely not the way your couch is over there.
I mean, if it's
like 6 feet, I think.
That's all right.
Yeah, but if it's radiator in front, if it's amp in front of radiator, that's very different to amp to the side of radiator. I wouldn't put a valve amp in front of a radiator because a radiator is designed by its very name to radiate heat out.
Yeah.
Whereas if it was like, 6 inches to a foot to 18 inches to the side of the thing, they're not designed to radiate sideways. They're designed to radiate forwards. Therefore, you should be all right. But I mean,
I wouldn't worry about it.
There's a lot of shoulda, coulda, woulda in there.
I'm going to say 6 feet.
6 feet. Wow.
6 feet.
Wow,
we're erring on the side of caution for liability reasons.
Yeah.
Hold on. Fender has me confused on models. It has everybody confused on models.
Yeah.
Do you want to go and see them? Yes, it is. It's a nightmare at the moment. They keep changing the names of things being the same thing. I think the prices go up, and I think they then try and confuse us or try and pacify us by changing the name. That's the way it seems to me.
Hi.
Jimmy, what's up? What's up, Jimmy? Session Gold. Good evening, rats. Buckle up. I've got a lot of questions lined up. Nice.
Here we go.
Hoodlum. He says, greetings, rats. What do you think of Dagan joining Anderton's YouTube channel? I think it's a welcome addition. Yeah, great. I just think it's a shame that Dagan. I think Dagan probably had a chance of. Dagan's worked for a company for some time, and I think he had a chance of growing his channel really, really quickly by doing it on his own.
It's as someone who's only ever built a channel with another company, there is definitely something said to not have to have the fear, the financial fear of going, oh my god. Now, as someone who is trying to build a channel on their own, you should abandon the fear and just crack on, because if you've got that history like Dagan has, he could smash it. I do see that he is putting stuff out on his own channel still as well, which is great.
Oh, that's good. Yes, that's good.
So he's kind of got the best of both worlds. He's got a gig, but he's also doing his own thing, as the Toman guys do. They've got a job, but they also have their own channels. So
it's probably something to be said for
always going to be the job.
Not being the camera guy, not worrying about have to charge anything. You don't have to worry about media cards. You get done as the personality. You go out to lunch, and somebody else is uploading all the stuff and editing it. There's pros and cons to everything.
Yeah,
But
I think he's great. And Anton's is great. So yeah, it's a good partnership, isn't it?
Yeah, and it totally works for them both.
Matt, he says, hello all. Hi, Matt. Daniel, good evening, Rats and Rat Pack. Nothing new to report here. Just want to say hello to everyone and you, Daniel. Hope you're well. Jeff said, speaking of a week ahead, look, I like Jeff's colour scheme he's got on that bag cat.
Yeah, nice.
He said, speaking of a week ahead, James, audio is a week ahead of the video. Vinny and Paul are in sync though, so it's not an issue with the live stream itself.
Oh,
Is your audio ahead?
oh, by a week.
I'm not noticing it here.
I don't see
I
it.
haven't noticed it.
I don't see it here, and I'm watching both my camera locally and it through the stream. So
The only thing I noticed, James, was your volume has jumped up and then it goes back and then it comes up and then.
Terribly sorry.
It's all right.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm using this thing, so I've got no gain control on it whatsoever. It's just it does what it does.
It's all right. Right, David. He said sold the Friedman Steve Stevens about a year ago. That's a nice amp. Found an original train wreck.
Oh
wow!
Damn,
Nice.
Jivey, I saw Eric Johnson last week. Very nice, David. God, if you got an original train wreck, that's how much did you pay for that? Ooh, very nice.
David, were you able to see Eric Johnson if he was using the Tone Master Pro? I heard he's using it for one song and testing it out. That's what I heard. That's the rumor.
So I found out that Joe Bonamassa is touring next year, and I went to look for tickets, and tickets for Joe Bonamassa are more expensive than the tickets that I got for my wife and I to Take That.
Take what?
Yeah, but I'd much rather go see Joe Bonamassa.
Well,
than Take That.
yeah, but quite a lot more, like nearly double.
Look, the man's got to keep himself in flip-flops.
Flip-flops.
Bobbleheads. Ben, he said, Vinny, very interesting in the video of the blue guitar on the VP4. I'm thinking of getting that exact setup. Nice. I think you'll get a lot of views from those.
Yeah,
from that video.
Posted.
Yeah. Session Gold. How did the Rocco custom guitar stack up against Tyler Anderson and Sir, etc.? Thanks. Funny enough, I've just had an email from the guy. I literally was just looking down and...
She just sobered up.
Yeah.
I can't say that again.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So I didn't actually play the Rocco custom, so hopefully they'll send one over.
They look good. That Swamp Ash, the finish he got on the burnt Swamp Ash looked great.
Yeah, I wasn't that keen on the finish.
You know what I think it was?
What's that?
I watched the video. I know it was the gloss. It's the gloss on that burnt ash, and the color's awesome. The burnt ash is awesome. They should have went with a satin finish instead of a high gloss. I think it doesn't look right to me.
That's exactly what it is. I thought the blue one looked all right.
Yeah,
I like the blue one, but yeah, no, he really rates them. The necks were great. The really nice necks. I mean, it's funny, isn't it? Because he basically said it's better than all the guitars that I did. We didn't discuss that video, but he's saying it's better than all the guitars that I did that whole video series on. So if anyone's going to try it out, I'm probably the guy to try it out.
I thought they looked pretty good. I just, as I was watching that video, it's funny that you mentioned this. I'm like, man, I wish this guy wouldn't have done that super high gloss on there. It doesn't have to be matte finish. It could be satin gloss, which is in between. I don't know what you guys call it. You guys call it satin over there, or what do you? Yeah. Just a little bit of a sheen to it would have been it would have looked stellar, I think. And there was another group of guitars that you were looking at, and that guy, the same thing. He had like a super high gloss. I can't remember what Strat it was or whatever, but I was watching on the video there. I don't know what it is with the gloss, and I like gloss. I'm just saying that it works sometimes and sometimes it doesn't. It depends on the finish. I agree
with that sort of natural sort of ash where you can see the grain of it through and feel the grain of it through. I agree, yeah, because it doesn't gloss if you've got like any sort of surface that isn't 100% smooth. Gloss doesn't really work.
You can see the
the light hits it weird.
Yeah, it does hit it weird. Yeah, but yeah, I'd like to. I'll get in contact with him tomorrow and see if we can get one over.
And then if you get one, just get a 3M pad and just rub it up real good and just dull it out.
Yeah. Alan, Dino's dad here. Hi, Dino's dad, Alan. Thanks for depping for him. He's still in hospital. Had his gallbladder removed. Ouch. Oh, mate.
Mm.
Oh, bless him. Oh, well, that sounds like they've found the problem and sorted it. So hopefully he'll be
back on the throne soon. And I mean the
Yeah.
drum throne rather than any
Yeah.
other throne.
Is that gig to click?
Yes. Yeah.
It is, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. It never used to be. So I literally turned up on Friday. We had a sound check which turned into the thing, and I'd never played the show with the click, so I did the whole show blind to click. No charts.
Oh, that must have been. I would have been sweating over that. Wow. No charts.
No charts.
Oh my word. How many mistakes?
A couple, but nothing that
people would have noticed. Brilliant.
no.
Well done,
Yeah,
mate.
there's stuff like if you don't come in quite as convincingly as you might have done, if you do it for 4 bars, everyone thought it was supposed to be like that. It was when someone goes, snare drum, you go, oh, okay, and you change, you give it away.
Yeah. I get it. Oh, well done, though. Good.
It's fun.
Nick Tarius, last night at a gig, I played some guy. Last night at a gig, I played some guy, turned down my... Okay. Last night at a gig...
I played.
Last night at a gig, I played. Comma.
Comma.
Some guy turned out my amp without asking me. Okay. Apparently after being told to do so by the sound man. That's not on.
No, it's not.
It's one thing to be told to turn down, but this shit is outrageous. That is absolutely outrageous. You had full permission to give him the boot, I would say. Anyone touches your amp.
I would have went down to the sound guy and pulled his board. Just pulled the power.
Yeah.
As the sound guy, I've gone up to players as they're playing or during the sound check and gone, can I just nudge your amp down a bit? As the sound guy, I've done that.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't, just get some random punter to do it. No, you've told to thump him one personally.
Yeah, defo.
I'm mad for him. I wasn't there.
Yeah, that's not on. Cheers, Nick Torres. Yeah, let us know how the gig went after that. Pedro, he said, great, thanks, friends. Anytime, mate. We'll check out Guitar Lodge. Yeah, he does good. He does really good work. Every guitar that James has that has been worked on by him, I thought he's done a really good job. Keith, evening rat. Sorry, not been around much. Also, be heading to bed soon as I have a 3 a.m. start tomorrow. I will sleep well.
Yes, indeed.
Joe White Workshop in Ash, Hampshire. It's very good for setups and not far from Essex. But does Joe White do refins?
Don't know.
81 is ceramic. 85 is Alnico 5. Interesting. There we go. Cheers, Jimmy. Ceramic. They were using ceramic back in 81.
Oh yeah.
Back in the 80s when they did the. Wow.
Yeah.
Keith, when I last went to Joe White's, he had one of Ronnie Wood's guitars for some work. Nice. Session Gold. What's your opinion on the 80s DBX 166 versus the 160A?
I've got 6 160As and I love them.
Yeah.
I prefer the 160A just because, and you can still pick them up, new, old stock, new, very affordably. There you go.
Nice. Farid saw Cardinal Black on Friday. Great band. What a great player Chris Buck is. Chris Buck is an awesome player.
Very, very.
Yep, he's absolutely amazing.
I like how he rotates his pick out of the way. Do you ever see that? How he'll tuck his guitar pick in the crook of his index finger and then do this, and then he just is able to rotate it back into position. It's kind of nutty.
Dave, evening. Hope you are all fit and well. Cheers, Dave, and to you. Jay says, a question. Do others round frets with fret erasers? I have a habit of doing this to every guitar I get, even high-end ones. Oh, interesting. No, I wouldn't touch it. If the frets are good, I definitely wouldn't touch it.
Okay.
Cheers, Rich. So Rich worked with Simon down in Bonners. And Rich says, refinishing LF Customs based in Rye near Hastings. That's perfect. So there you go, Sussex.
And if you can't get there by your own means, you can always get a ticket.
I wouldn't. Yeah, I just see. This is what happens when James has half a beer. He's the dad jokes come out. Look, Vinny. See, that's the perfect. Well done, Vin. That's exactly the expression you should be giving to that. Yeah. Still in Sussex. Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
Cheers,
Rye's
Rich.
lovely as well. Rye's a nice day out as well.
It is a nice day out. The out limits. Vinny, just check my low E tuner. It was loose. Never had a string slip, but the hanger is doing exactly what you described. There we go.
Okay.
Good catch. Nice.
Well done, Vim. Session Gold. Number 3, Rocktron IntelliFX versus TC Electronic G Major units. I have at the moment Lexicon MPX100 Clark Technic 3rd Dimension.
The TC is very good.
The IntelliFX is great. It's just old, isn't it?
So's the G Major.
Is it? Is it as old as the IntelliFX?
The G Major's got to be like what, 25 years old?
It gotta be.
Yeah.
Well, so's the IntelliFX.
Exactly.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And this is not to be damning to TC effects because they're brilliant, but they're studio. They're very clean. Whereas the Rocktron stuff, I always thought was a bit more guitar, a bit more rock and roll focused.
Well, it was designed for guitar, wasn't it?
Yeah. I mean, the TC stuff is brilliant, and the TC guitar effects are brilliant, and the wherever it hell it's gone, where thing, the G system, which I've got over there, is brilliant. But I think if I had the Rocktron is a rarer beast as well.
Is it?
I'd go Rocktron.
I didn't like the Rocktron's got a little like a pedal power, you know, like a wall walk power supply. From what I remember.
Yeah, I can't remember. I had a Chameleon.
Oh, they were great as well.
Chameleon, yeah. And I used to run 2 112 cabinets in stereo.
Nice.
That was pretty cool.
That's very cool.
Yeah. Jim, what brand or budget amp model is the best for under $300? Tonex, 100%.
Tonex.
Without a doubt.
That's the base one, but one of them.
But yeah, it's a base one. It doesn't. It's only
it's only the base one because it comes loaded with bass presets and it's silver.
Yeah, but you can take off all those bass presets and put guitar ones.
I mean, even that little rig you guys did with the little baby one was really good. That video you did was killer.
Yeah,
the little one's 100. You can buy 2 for $300.
Or buy one of those and get the Airstep TX to control it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would.
That's the ultimate fly rig, isn't it?
It'd be the only one that I'd recommend for that price. Chris, timing's out, guys. What with all of us?
Nothing we can do about it. It's all done centrally by the system. Sorry.
How bad?
I can't tell from here because it looks fine.
Yeah,
I mean, I can see a tiny little delay. I can see a tiny delay, but nothing.
I wonder if it's the time change messed it up.
Yeah, Vin is perfect, by the way. It's funny, isn't it? Vin is.
Maybe it's an hour. Maybe it's an hour out.
Yeah, maybe it's an hour out. Maybe.
I'm actually on tomorrow.
Duncan, evening fellas. I see Sammy Hagar has announced UK dates for Best of Both Worlds with Satch, etc. Who's going?
I'll go. That'd be awesome.
That sounds fun, doesn't it? That does sound fun.
That'd be great. That would be a great TSR night out, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be cool, I guess. Yeah.
Chris, imagine what the ticket prices would be for the Rush tour. The Rush normally charge a lot for their tickets.
Well, it's a reunion tour, isn't it? Or reunion tour with a new drummer. It's going to be a lot of money.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm not interested.
Probably for a standard ticket in the middle of a giant venue is going to be like $200 a ticket.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dave Hardy just got amazing tickets at Leeds Arena for Sammy Hagar, 75 quid each, which I think is expensive enough. Yeah, 75 quid to go and see a 75-year-old man.
It cost me
in spandex.
$200 and something to see Ghost per ticket. I took my daughter.
What?
Yeah, and I wasn't up front. You know,
I've got to say, if that's the price of tickets now, I'm done. Kevin, I have tickets for Bonamassa next month in Austin, Texas. They were really up there in cost. Yeah. Duncan says, I paid 134 for near front row in Manchester. Kind of steep, but interesting to see Satch in arena setting compared to the usual mid-sized venue. 134 quid.
I don't know how that would. Yeah, man, Duncan. I don't know how that would be to see Satch in a big, huge venue like that. I've seen Satch 3 times, and those 3 times were at the House of Blues in Orlando. So it was a very tiny venue, and it was nice, you know.
First time I saw Satch was at the Guitar Legends concerts in Seville, and there was about 7,000 people in there. It was absolutely ridiculous.
The first actual concert I ever went to was Steve Vai.
Oh,
it was Steve Vai, and I actually was pissed off. I didn't like him at first. I wanted to see him in the worst way, but he took one of his gem guitars and he was playing it, and he threw it across the stage where it crashed onto the stage. And then he danced over to it and picked it up, played it for a second, and then threw it to the other side of the stage. And it just crashed on the floor. And I'm like, what? I'm like, bitch, you could have gave that to me. You know what I mean? We're like, what are you doing? You know? And people like that kind of crap. I'm not into that, the smashing of shit. So I don't know.
I'm not into that. I'm not into that. That's it's a dick move, isn't it? Chris, Jim Simmons, you can get an original fractal Axe effects for less than 400 quid. That's true. That's true, and that would be better than the than any of the Intel effects and that sort of stuff. Yeah,
that's true. Doesn't get you into the capture world though. None of the fractal stuff does.
But he's talking about we're talking about Intel effects and G major system and stuff. Jay says the reason why round frets with fret raises is because I need the feel of the neck to be as smooth as butter. It's an OCD thing.
Fair enough.
Yeah, if it works for you, brilliant. Yeah. Jim, how much do you? Jim says, Chris, how much do you think the original fractal Axe effects would sound compared to even a newer budget modeler? That's true. Okay, let's let them talk amongst themselves about that.
I'd love. That's a video I'd love to do.
Jonathan, he said, gents, thoughts on having your guitar plecked? Just grabbed a gold top, plecked it, and boy oh boy, can I notice a difference to other high-end guitars. Yeah. If the pleck's done well, because it all depends on the person that's doing the pleck. But if it's done well, then yes, definitely it can be.
If you have really low frets, I would not do it.
Oh God, no.
Yeah, because it's going to take some meat off of them.
Or if you have a if you have a neck that's say twisted and just a little bit twisted, and then the pleck machine can sort out the frets to compensate for that. Sometimes it can be it can take the frets down quite low.
But the tech doing the pleck, if you will, should advise you on things like that before they lock it in the machine.
I hope so.
You'd hope, wouldn't you?
I hope so. Depends if I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Number 4 says Session Gold. Little research shows the DBX-A was still in production until about 2019. Is there a difference between the 90s DBX and the later?
No, they're exactly the same. And I've done sonic checks. I mean, I haven't got the greatest ears on planet Earth, but some of the people I was doing it with really do have. They sound the same.
Jay, I think pleck is fine as long as you crown the frets afterwards. Otherwise, boxy frets may result. Does it not crown the frets?
No, it just flattens them off. It's just.
I'm sure it crowns.
No, I don't think they come out of there flat. I'm not sure about that.
I don't think they come out of there flat. I think it takes it down, then it crowns it.
Oh, don't know. I've never had one done. So
polish it when it comes.
Yeah, I would say they might have to be polished and everything afterwards, but
yeah,
I mean, because you're talking, because when you crown the frets, you're taking more meat off as well, so you would be like undermining the whole point of the pleck.
Yeah,
I'm sure.
I don't know what I'm saying, but
I'm sure it does it. I'm sure it does that. Chris, fractals are the best, even the old ones.
Yeah.
Fractals are great. It's true. Session said, "Oh, forgot to say, someone has gifted me a Rocktron Chameleon, but I find it lacks a bit in the really lush 80s effects like the 8-voice chorus. It only has relatively basic chorus reverb and delay. I'm not sure the IntelliFX is any better."
Yeah. The Chameleon was a basic thing, but for back then it was
Oh, was it?
cool. It's
Oh,
nothing.
I thought the Chameleon was an IntelliFX with a preamp in it.
It had the ability to have these effects on, but it wasn't this crazy super lush thing that you hear with some of the other units that were out there at the time. I don't remember it being all that. I mean, I remember going, you know what, I could probably just put a bunch of pedals on my board and do the same thing without all the, because I bought a rack box, you know what I mean, and everything to put this stupid thing in. And I mean, it was cool, but I wouldn't do it now.
There we go.
Alice says, Nick Torres, as front of house engineer myself, that's totally uncalled for. You should always ask the musicians before touching the gear. It's general courtesy. Sorry to hear, mate. We're not all that bad. There we go. Rich, he says, LF Customs has finished a colleague's F-hole strap body, blank in nitro tangerine sparkle. Looks
nice.
That does sound nuts.
Oh, that sounds great.
Very nice, yeah. Ben, he says, who remembers the band Y&T?
Me.
Just listened to some of their earlier albums. What a live band that was too. And Meniketti's guitar and vocals as well. Don't know Y&T. What song?
Y&T, Yesterday and Tomorrow.
What was the song?
I couldn't tell you off the top of my head, but the last time I saw Gary Moore was in support of Whitesnake, and Y&T were the opening band. It was the Monsters of Rock. I want to say 2002 tour. Awesome.
Nice. Session. I disagree. I own an FM3, and although the effects are fantastic, nothing matches up to real. I think
it's not just not real rack gear, but nothing.
No, I completely disagree. Completely disagree. I couldn't disagree anymore. I could not disagree anymore. There's no way that that the Axe-Fx, the new Axe-Fx algorithms and processing is not as good as like an old IntelliFX. I mean, God, there's no way.
Even price-wise, there's nothing
even
in it.
Even an Eventide, so, something like no.
I've got an H90, and I put it up against the actual quality of the effects in the FM3, and a lot of the time I prefer the FM3 effects.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Well,
way nice, way better effects.
The H90 does some stuff the FM3 can't, just because of its power. But I think you could do them if you had the full Axe-Fx 3 like you've got, Paul, to Uber Turbo Mega effects. You can do everything the H90 can do, and way more.
Yeah, I mean, maybe Session Gold likes some more sort of grainier sort of sounds, the grainier digital sounds. Yeah. But yeah, Kevin, my rush ticket is north of.
Told you, and having a feeling. I didn't know it would be that high.
My God, you must really like tempo changes. Anyway.
Wow.
Is it Abby or ABY got a Mua G300 with the latest update to 5.1?
Great. I've not tried any Mua stuff, but everyone says good things.
Yeah. Keith, I may have missed this from other shows, but I say you tried the Yamaha Revstar recently. Views. Keith, I may have missed this from other shows, but I say you tried.
That's impressive video. How on earth are you doing that?
That was weird. My phone just launched the channel.
Awesome.
I thought I was having a seizure or a stroke or something at first. I'm like,
it's another view. It's another view.
Yeah.
We did try Revstar. We tried the Revstar at Summit. It was in that amp room.
Yes.
I picked it up and it would not. It would not
stay in tune.
It would not stay in tune. That thing.
I think that's more to do with the particular way that had been set up rather than the guitars.
could not get that to. I love that they got the guitars out of the boxes, and the girl there was just tuning the guitars, and she got them out of the box, and she was literally just tuning them. She stuck them on the stand, and you go, that's going to stay in tune, isn't it? It's like there's no tugging of the strings, any of that. It was just
No.
That's not really how it works. But yeah, it would not go in tune. Chris, that captures built-in synth, and that captures. He's talking about his G300. Nice, 30-minute looper. Wow.
I've played sets shorter than that.
Yeah. Out of limits, people will pay $100 to see some pop rock star or tribute act, but complain about paying £10 to see 3 local bands playing original music in a pub. It's true.
Yeah, it's totally true.
David, I didn't notice EJ's rig. I heard it was an Axe Effects. Interesting. Dave, the funny thing is, last time I saw Satch, it was in the Manchester Academy 2 during the Chicken Foot tour with the same people in the band on this tour. Excellent.
Yeah.
Nick says Plek does all the fretwork unless you're refretting. Then OFC is done by a luthier. Then the rest is done by the machine. Incredible accuracy. There we go. Cheers, Nick. I thought it did. Rich says we had the Eastbourne Guitar Workshop as part of our store, and fretwork is his speciality, especially stainless steel. Good to know, Rich. Nice one. Uncle Fatty. Good day, fellas. Just found a Schecter Tempest model with a Jägermaster promo paint job for $3 on the base space market. Brand new in the box. I can't put it down. Nice.
Great.
Cool. I had a buddy of mine buy one of those, and it weighed like 10 pounds.
Did it? Wow.
Yeah.
That was probably the paint job.
It probably must have been a fluke, but yeah, it was heavy.
Much love, Shredders. Awesome. Lord Branstey. He said, I'm definitely buying either a Marshall Studio SV20H or a Synergy and JMP module. Which should I get?
Synergy.
I'd get the Synergy personally with the JMP. I think you're going to get much more variation out of it.
That's what I was going to say too, and I haven't played on the Synergy, but it's just the ability to change amplifiers. It doesn't become a one-trick pony.
And also the Synergy is, banging. Is anyone banging?
I did.
Oh, you did.
I tapped my finger on the desk. Sorry.
Sorry, mate. Yeah, and also the Synergy you can run at lower volumes. The SV20H does not needs to cook. It needs to get loud.
And you need a low box and all those sort of things.
Yeah, the Synergy. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Quiet. Ben. Yesterday and today, mate. There you go.
Not yesterday and tomorrow. Yes, I'm sorry. My mistake.
Jimmy. Dave is awesome. Awesome. Anyone tried the Moore G300 that captures? Got 30-minute. We just have that.
Yeah.
You go. Yeah. The H90's latency is too high, approximately 5 milliseconds. I didn't notice it. Feeling weird.
I would argue that the human brain can't detect any less than 10, and that's not me saying things like that. That's people with biology degrees and stuff.
Yeah, but it's feel though, isn't it? You know, like if someone plugs into it and it's you don't need a degree to go. Something feels a bit weird. Ben, cheers, folks. I enjoy your guitar show video from the past week or so, Paul. Good stuff. Cheers, Ben. Uncle Fatty. My first concert was Monsters of Rock in Vinny. You're gonna have to help me out with that one. Spokane. WA. Where's WA?
Washington.
Summer of 1988. Awesome. Yogi, he says, hi lads, loving your work. I'm looking to get a new Sir. Would you get a custom build one to exactly what you like, or a pre-made one that's almost extra middle pickup to what you like? Same price. Oh, same price. I'd get a custom built, I think.
Yeah. If you talk about the same price, yes.
But half of me says if you've got a custom build, you can't try it. Whereas if you're buying one that's already built, you can try it. And if you don't like it, you don't spend the money on it. Whereas if one comes out the factory,
For a drummer, you do say some sensible things.
Well, I was going to say
fairly
the
often.
same thing. I was going to say, you know, you said the price is the same. Otherwise, I would buy like if you're looking at the modern or the classic or vintage series or whatever, buy one of those off the shelf and see if you like it. And
Yep.
then if you do, you can always treat yourself to order a custom one, because then you know what you're dealing with. You know what specs you like. Because sometimes you'll pick up a Sir, and you know, a lot of people don't know, but some of those, like the regular Strat classic ones, whatever it's called, I had one had the fattest neck on it, and at the time I wasn't expecting that, you know, and I should have went with a modern at the time. But you know, I mean, but if we're talking about the same money and you got patience to wait and you think you're going to be okay with it, then order the custom one. This way you're getting what you want out of the gate.
The only
That
thing
is
I would say
true.
is that Sirs are quite heavy. So if you found one that, if you like the guitars, and the pre-made one is quite a light one, I'd probably just grab that.
You know, I had one of those. What do you call that? A Palawina, whatever
Yeah,
wood.
Polonia.
Polonia.
You had one?
I had one, and it went right
Nice.
back.
Did it? You didn't like it?
They cut the nut too low on the B string, and it was literally rattling out on the first fret. There was nothing I could do to fix it other than change the nut, and I wasn't doing that.
Did
in a
it
brand new
rattle
guitar.
out? Did it rattle up on the open string as well?
Yeah, yeah. I couldn't.
Yeah.
I couldn't fix it.
That's their that's because they don't use string trees as well. So I've found that with a couple of Sirs. So on the I normally find it on the E string, the high E string, and I've had a few that have done this. Because they don't use string trees, you get that sort of sitar sort of buzzing.
Yeah, there's a
on the
ping
open-
going
the
on
E
with
string.
it.
Yeah, it's weird.
At this point,
Lord Bransty, thank you, sir. He said, thanks for asking my question about the SV28 or Synergy. You confirmed my already made decision. Nice.
there we go.
You won't regret that, mate. That's a
Definitely
nice,
not.
good fun amp. Session Gold. I can't describe it. Someone once said it's a converters, transformers, etc. Wow. But a real rack with lexicons, eventides, etc. just sounds that much more lush. God, completely disagree. I mean, you're talking converters that are 25 years old. It's probably not even 16-bit.
Yeah, probably not. Probably
8-bit.
14, the 14 or 8,
Yeah,
14
it
bit.
be.
Yeah.
It could be, yeah.
Probably 8. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, can't agree with that at all. But maybe
That's what you like.
Yeah, that's what you like. It's great. Kevin, I need an attenuator due to my living arrangement. Have any of you used the Rivera Rock Crusher? Is that the purple thing?
Ooh, if it was.
No,
then-
mate, no. Yeah, that's if that's the one I think it is. If that's the old purpley, pinky purple rack thing, that's very old tech.
What about that little Boss one that you did a video on, Paul?
Yeah,
They're brilliant.
the tube amp expander.
Yep.
Core.
Mm.
Core, yeah, it's called the core. The little one. Oh yeah, don't judge attenuators by those old attenuators. I mean, Marshall did one as well.
Marshall Power Break. No.
God, it's awful. Yeah, so no, a modern attenuator, something like an Ox Box. I'm not a massive fan of the Ox Box, but it does
I
a
am.
good job.
Yes, there
James
you
likes
go.
it. Yeah. The Sir Reactive Load, but that's not an attenuator. That's not an attenuator. That's a load box.
What about the Tone King? Iron Man. That's a pretty
Yeah.
good one. I had that built into one of my amps. It was pretty decent.
Yeah, they're pretty good. Loads of people swear by them, say they're the best ones. I mean, I think the best one is supposed to be the what's his name?
Freyet Power Station.
The Freyet, yeah, the Freyet one. But yeah, I wouldn't get an old.
I'm always concerned with anyone who does anything to do with power amps and load boxes and stuff and called Freyet.
Yeah, very good. That's good. Hell yeah, mate, says Ben.
I'm on fire tonight. What can I say?
Jay, the custom builds, sir, will take longer to get. Agree with James on the try before you buy point also. Yeah, I don't know how. I don't know what their backlog is at the moment. I imagine because guitars aren't selling that well at the moment, you're probably not. It's not too bad, but Out Limits. My first concert was Van Halen opening for Sabbath in '78.
Nice.
Being a dinosaur, nice. But that was fun. Nick, sir, I'd buy a stock one. Any retailer that offers you the custom option will not have the money back option. It's a lot of money. Better to buy a stock one, try it first, or be able to return it.
Yeah,
good choice. Well done, Nick. Session said, Paul, I love the fractal, and it's 90% there, but you really think the fractal stuff sounds better than a real tube amp, a real VCA compressor, lexicon delays, reverbs, and true stereo power? I think we're talking different things here. You didn't mention anything about a tube amp. You mentioned about
Rat gear.
About rat gear. So if you're yes, and okay, so why do you think? I mean, let's go through all the different musicians and bands out there that use fractal in that scenario. So they have they have amps and use the fractal stuff. I can guarantee. It's like 80s, 90s rat gear. Digital gear is hideous compared to modern gear. It doesn't have the I mean, the converters, as you said, you like the conversion, but the converters are the worst. That's the worst part. Digital was just coming in the 80s, late 80s. What was the first album from Digital? Probably something like Money for Nothing.
No, it was the first fully digital album was
I thought it was Money for Nothing.
Wasn't it? I thought it was Flim and the BBs, Tricycle.
I thought it was The Night Flight, Donald Fagen.
Nah. And anyway, it doesn't matter.
Anyway, whatever it was,
yeah. No. Old digital converters and nothing compared to modern digital conversion. And that's so, yes, I'd say a real tube amp with a fractal, without a doubt, fantastic.
Right. So while we're here, so it's been new guitar week for me.
Yeah.
You ready for this?
Let's have a look. Can you show the body first? Because the body's great. The headstock's hideous. I like that.
Yeah, me too. I even like the pickguard color.
It works, isn't it? The pickguard does it. Is it an anodized pickguard, James?
It is an anodized pickguard. It's also an EJ body. It's an Eric Johnson body.
And what's the back plate say? Go on. Turn it over. Oh, it is. So you've got an EJ plate. So you've got an Eric Johnson body. Yeah. Right. Now let's show the faux pas of this.
The elephant in the room is that.
What were they thinking of? Why did they put those little ferns? So it's a refin. It's a refin, and it's got little ferns on there.
Oh, that's what those things are? I thought there was a shadow coming down from the...
No. So they're fern like transfers, because if you look really hard, you can see the outline of the transfer through the lacquer.
Do you know what I would do on that guitar?
What's that?
I think I'd get the headstock strips.
Do you know what? The daft thing is, so we talked about this, didn't we, before it arrived? This is obviously it's a parts caster, but it's been really well done. Other than the ferns, it plays like a dream. I've put 9 to 52 orbiters on it, string joy orbiters on it.
10 to 52s.
Sorry, 10 to 52. Sorry. It plays like a dream. I love the colour and the finish. I didn't ever think I would like the EJ F-hole Strat thing, but I love it. It's ridiculously light. It's a Mexican neck, but it feels really good. Roasted Mexican neck. It's great. I absolutely adore it. The pickups sound great and really nice and open, and yeah, I don't want to mess with it.
James, can you get the headstock in there again, just like close up, so I can see? Yeah. Okay.
It's weird, isn't it? I don't know why.
It's a headstock only a mother could love.
No, it's great. I mean, it's great ferns. Apart from those ferns. What was he thinking?
I don't know, but
maybe there's a meaning behind it that we just don't know.
Maybe.
You know,
but it's a
maybe the guy's wife's named Fern.
Maybe
it's a fabulous guitar, and it wasn't that expensive.
Well, he can't like the ferns that much. He got rid of the guitar, so
maybe he got rid of the wife.
Maybe.
But yeah, I mean, it's seen some action, but not enough to bother me. So yeah, I now have 4
What do
strats.
you mean? What do
I
you mean?
really
It's
like that,
seen
mate.
some action. It's relicked.
Yeah, but I mean, around here, all these sort of marks and stuff. They're not just marks; they're quite big
Nah, mate,
dings in the.
Oh, they kind of did it a different way, I guess, right?
Yeah, but
that's been relic like that, mate. That's been relic like that.
but it feels great. It plays really nicely, and I'm like, I don't want to mess with it.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got that. I've got this one, which I thought about making it into a donor guitar
Yeah.
because the neck on this is an American neck, an 80s American neck, and it's really good. But
Well, what's a better neck?
I think I prefer the neck on the green one.
There's nothing wrong with those necks, as long as the fretwork's done right. And I mean, I hate to say this and sound like a jerk, and this is a guy who's got expensive stuff too. But if a maple neck is cut right, it's cut right. If the fretwork's done right, it's done right. I don't care where the maple came from; it should be okay. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, usually when you get into the upper, obviously the more expensive guitars, the fretwork is better. The fretwork material is better, as we know. You know what I mean? The neck might be better wood that was maybe sourced from a better dealer, maybe dried better. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
But I still think you can get a good Mexican neck. I've had some ones that played fantastic. I've also had some American necks that were twisted in garbage. So, you know.
So I mean, it's a matched pair. Whether you like the ferns or not, I'll live with them. Because the guitar as a thing is brilliant. And I really like it, and it sounds great, and it sounds different to all my other Strats because of the dirty great hole in it.
Now you could get a razor blade, X-Acto knife, and try to lift those ferns off, and then I would do a quick sand or compound on it and see if it takes the outline of that thing off. But you probably might have to do another clear respray over the headstock, probably about 12 to 24 coats to kind of get it all leveled out again. So
you're saying things that as a guitar player I cannot be bothered to do
because you have because you have to bury. You got to bury the decal.
Yeah,
you know that's the patience of burying the decal.
I just
takes that. It's that many coats. Wow.
Oh my god! Hold on, I'll show you.
Yeah, I mean, if it doesn't bother you, I think I'd look at it every day and just go, I've got to change that.
So this was probably, I want to say 14 to 16 coats of nitro to get the decal buried. And wow. I could have went a little bit further, but I was very easy on the compounding. And I did it kind of like how Music Man does theirs, because I'm bashing this. I don't know if you could see the line. Let me bring this over. You might be able to see the line, the transfer line from on the back of the neck somewhere here. It's very hard to show you, but there is a definite line that I left there. You could probably see it there. I left the line.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah.
And then the nitro here is satinized, so it doesn't get sticky. So it's kind of glossed.
Oh, I see what you mean. Right, yes.
I was trying to figure out how to say it, but
as much as I wouldn't do it, I wouldn't put the silly green ferns on. I don't have the time in my life to worry about getting rid of them.
Yeah.
Well, just do what I do. Every couple of hours, when you can do another coat, you set an alarm and you get up at 3 o'clock in the morning and you spray another coat or two. It's a mental thing. So,
wow.
No, I like it, and it sounds great, and it plays great, and it was an absolute bargain. So yeah. Was it Greg? Greg spotted it.
No, I spotted it.
Did you? Oh, great guitar. So yeah, there we go. Should we do the news?
Yeah. Good idea. Let's do the news. Okay. The new Fender Kingfish Telecaster Deluxe. Let's have a look. Do you like that? It's got the big old 70s headstock, and
It's tiny.
He's a big lad. He's a big lad.
I don't like the 70s headstock. I was never a fan.
I don't like the 70s headstocks.
You're all wrong.
$2,500. I like it. I mean, he's great, isn't he? So
I like the 2 wide humbucker setup.
yeah,
I really like that on a telly.
yeah, nice. I really like the purple. I really like his purple one. I mean, I don't know what the difference is. It's the same. Is it the same guitar, just different color?
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
color.
go by the Friedman.
Yeah.
Vintage T.
Yeah. Better headstock.
For that price, you could probably find a used one cheap.
Yeah. Yeah. Good shout. This is I didn't get this. Kurt Hammett, renowned acoustic player, has his signature acoustic. Yeah. I don't get it. Look at the guilt on his face. Look, that man's saying, "I'm doing it for the money."
It says, "I've sold out." Boys and
I've sold out. Yeah, that's what it's saying.
He's going. What is this?
What does this do?
What's his whole thing?
Where do I plug it in?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I don't quite get it. I quite like it.
What is all around the sound hole there? What is all that?
It's like a dove, isn't it? It's like a Gibson dove, isn't it? It's got but it's got ravens instead of doves.
Is it $8,000?
Make it more metal, mate. A raven is a much more metal bird.
Yeah.
Than a dove.
Just ask him.
Oh, it's got
when you see ravens.
It's got a skull as well. I think it's got a skull somewhere. Let's have a look. I can't.
Is it the same as his jacket?
And maybe you get a free jacket with it.
Do you think they've done it just for Halloween?
He could have done his bloody nails before the shot, couldn't he? Do you know what I mean? Look at the state of that.
Do you think they've done it just for Halloween?
I don't know what they've done it for, mate. I don't know what's going on. Anyway.
Huh? Oh.
It's nearly $5,000, whichever way you look at it.
You know what though? But you know what that's for? That's for fans. That no serious acoustic person that like is going to spend $5,000 on acoustic is going to go, "Oh, I want that one.
I want the Kirk Hammett."
Yeah,
I get it. I get it. I'd get it if he'd done lots of. You know, we were asking this. Yesterday, whatever. We're trying to work out what acoustic songs the Metallica had done. I think there's like 3 or 4, isn't there?
Yeah.
Where the acoustic is featured in the song. So he's not known as an acoustic player. It just seems like a grab. It just.
He'll be doing flip flops and bobbleheads next.
You know, I used to say really negative things about signature guitars, and now I own like a ton of them. So I should just.
Yeah, you've got a few. You've got a few.
It's disgusting.
But I like it, and I like the look of the guitar. I
do like the Raven thing. I think that's kind of cool. I don't know about the jacket with the Raven.
I think if I was spending that sort of money on a guitar, I'd rather have the Gibson Doves than I would the.
Is that a Raven or a turkey? What is that?
That's I think he's got a turkey. I think it's a Christmas.
That is a dove, though, isn't it?
I don't know what that is.
It's a penguin.
That's a dove.
It's a penguin.
It's a penguin. Yeah, maybe. Oh, hold on.
Why the hell would he have a Grim Reaper and a penguin? That doesn't even make any sense.
Maybe Kurt went to the went to his tailor and he said, "Look, what I really want is like a Grim Reaper and a Raven," and the tailor just went,
"Jerks." Give me a Grim Reaper that looks like a 7th grader drew it, and I want a penguin.
Give me a penguin
on a Versace.
That is funny.
On a Versace jacket that cost me $20,000.
Oh, that's brilliant.
You know what's funny though? I can make fun all you want, but I'm a broke bitch, and that guy's worth
gazillions.
That jacket probably costs more than my car.
Absolutely. Yeah. No. Yeah. And he always comes across as a good guy, but it's to me it's a funny pairing. What else? Oh, look at this. This is amazing. So you know the Epiphone ES345. So some people are scalping them for $7,000 on the second-hand market.
That's crazy.
You know what they should do? They should come out with the same amp that he kicks over too, and it's actually like pre-kicked over.
pre-kicked over.
You know what I mean?
So they sell it leaning backwards.
But don't you think? I mean, if you're stupid enough to pay $7,000 for an Epiphone,
Listen,
They
man.
saw you- they
Back
saw
in,
you
back in the
coming.
'80s, people were killing each other over
Tamagotchi and
Cabbage
shit.
Patch dolls
Yeah.
in the States. So, like, I guess I don't know.
It pay. I mean, the guitar cost
what it is?
$1,000.
Here's the thing: there are people that just
$1,000.
have money. There are people that have like a lot of money, and they don't even balk at that. They're like, $7,000. Who gives a shit? I'll buy it right now. Like, they don't care. Like, same thing with the Kirk Hammett. There's some rich dude somewhere, some dentist that has every Kirk Hammett Penguin and Grim Reaper jacket and pair of boxer shorts and he'll go buy that guitar for $5,000. No problem.
Yeah, but this was $1,000.
Yeah,
This was $1,000, and then people are scalping them and putting $6,000 on top.
but there's somebody that makes that money that don't care. They'll buy it because they have to have it.
Wow, that's amazing.
Mm.
Well, that's me done.
That was horrible. The news.
Sorry,
There was nothing cool.
I broke a guitar. I broke a guitar today, so I'm in a bit of a mood.
So
Yeah,
I have a question before we get back into the comments. I have a question.
Yeah.
And this is very much a talking point rather than anything else. So, coming to do this live show on Friday, and the last time I played what I refer to as my live kit was in here, and it sounded great. I don't like smothering my drums in gaff tape or moon gel or any of those sort of things. I like a live sounding kit. Got it to the theatre on Friday night, and it sounded like something that Fisher Price had chucked out. It sounded god awful. It took me a good half hour to get somewhere close to being happy to hit the thing. Everyone was like, "Oh, it sounds great out front." It's like, yeah, but it doesn't here, and I'm playing it. Do you guys? Does that happen with guitar as well? That
Yeah.
you'll set it up, because I was like, "What? Why? Why is this happening?" I know what I'm doing, and this is a good sounding kit. But it sounds like a bag of spanners.
James, I've done this and didn't even move the rack or the rig. You know, I would call it ear fatigue sometimes too. Like, you know, and I used to bring this up. People would look at me like I'm nuts. When I used to work on a firearms range all day, and I would come home and I would wear proper hearing protection, of course.
Mm-hmm.
My ears, I would say they're fatigued, and people would laugh. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I cannot critically hear anything at home. And sometimes I wouldn't even play the guitar till the next day because it would just totally change my perspective on what I was hearing. And it could have been anything. It could have been they're traveling to and fro that day. You know what I mean? It could have been anything that causes that, or just the location. There's a multitude of that stuff. But, you know, for guys who are out there working, you work in a high volume environment, they probably will agree with what I'm saying. They probably been experienced the same thing.
See, I always used to think that road noise contributed to my kind of my dumbing down of my senses. You know, if you've done a 3-hour trip and you go, and all of a sudden you come and you go, right, I now have to switch on my good ears.
And they're gone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's interesting. So it was one of those, I hadn't, because having not played a regular live gig for such a long time, I really wanted the drums to sound amazing. And in my head, they really didn't. So to the point where I'm thinking I might even take the Sonar on Saturday just because I want it to sound good. And that's quite a lot of extra work for a 2-hour gig. It's like nearly as long to pack the drum. It's like nearly as long to pack the drums down this end as it is to play the gig.
I think I'd rather be happy doing a gig if the even if the effort was you have to put the effort in. I'd much rather do that. Because
I think you're right.
You're playing for 2 hours, 3 hours, or whatever you're playing for, and you don't want to be miserable that in 3 hours going, this isn't, this is sounding terrible, because you want to be relaxed and
totally
do your best.
I know it's probably sacrilege, but I don't think you would be happy with an electric set, right? Like a really expensive Roland set.
So, thanks for watching the video on my channel, Vinny. I bought one recently.
It's about drums. Vinny don't care about drums.
I bought not the super high end one, but the next tier down Roland V drum kit picked up at the auctions, and it was brilliant. I did a gig on it and hated it.
This is the feel.
I did a gig on it and had to be an electric kit gig, but I hated it. I absolutely, because there's no dynamics, and that's the thing. Everyone goes, oh, but there's 128 levels of 128 or 256 levels of dynamic. Great, but I guarantee I can get more than that out of my hand with a stick.
Yeah. Well, I guess nothing's perfect. I was just saying you're taking the environmental cause out of the mix. Most of it, anyways. I don't know about the house doing the sound, but at least what you were hearing, in your ears would be constant.
Yeah, I was trying to think of all the other things that it could be and what I could do to improve it. And I just thought, well, the only way to check is to bring that kit back here, set it up to sounding good in here, and then if I took it somewhere else, it's going to be the room. It's going to be the environment that is the varying factor. I've got more time to set up on Saturday because obviously I've not quite literally the 11th hour, so I'm going to spend a bit more time getting the kit set up right. Just one of those things.
We're losing Paul.
Well, yeah, definitely. The D word or the is mentioned.
That's why I'm here. I'm monitoring this now.
D or Dolby?
What I'm in.
I can hear Paul's inner monologue going.
I just watch the subscribers just going.
I'm gonna kill him. You guys are the best. You're so funny.
The Outer Limits says my first concert was Van Halen. Yeah, we've done that one.
You've done one.
Have we? Okay.
I think we've done the next one as well, and the next one.
Have we? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes. Sorry, you're right. Yes.
Yogi says thanks. I got a sew ready and know what I like. Will work my patience and have fun in the custom builder. Nice.
Yeah. Great.
Very nice. Jay, I have many sirs and found they always cut their nuts quite low. Always makes me a little nervous for nut longevity, especially given trem use. Okay, but a nut it's replaceable, isn't it? It's not the end of the world, is it? I guess. Yeah. But Uncle Fatty says I'm considering an emerald guitar, carbon fiber, custom one-off builds. I played a few different acoustics and electrics with some area reps. Very unique sound and great for outdoor events. Yeah, they're good stuff.
Really good guitar.
Yeah. Jeff said, my custom Sir took 14 months to arrive. It was the first Sir that I've ever played, and it was perfect in every way. It's been my number one amongst plenty of fine guitars for nearly 2 years. Nice. One, Jeff. By Sachatrucci says, my first concert was Chicago in 1977. Oh. I found a recording of it on YouTube. So cool. Good to see you guys. Hope all is well. And you, mate. Hope all is well. Uncle Fatty. I saw them same Monsters of Rock tour in Memphis at the Liberty Bowl. Amazing. Mendel says, Kevin, the Rock Crusher is pretty decent and well built. If you can pick one up for a good price, one of the many I've tried. This and the Power Station are the ones I keep and still use. Interesting.
There we go.
What's the Power Station?
Fry it.
Oh, Fry It Power Station. Oh, wow. Yeah. Okay.
Is it Fry It? Fry it,
I think. Uncle Fatty, 20 grand in equipment sitting there collecting dust, and the Positive Grid wireless Spark 40 cab are carrying the load for all the gear that used to take up the whole panel van. Yeah, it's true. The only thing about the Spark stuff is just the dynamics on it. It's just lacks.
They don't like us either.
Well, no, they're too honest. But the thing is, so what do? You run a YouTube channel and you're honest about stuff.
Yeah.
And then, people hate you because they've bought something that you don't like and the company hates you. And then, and if you say something that is too positive, people say you're just a shill.
I'd rather keep my integrity, thanks.
Yes, I'd rather keep my integrity. Absolutely. Ry Kuda's Bop To You Drop 1979 is often cited as the first album of popular music recorded digitally and released in the US.
Okay. Interesting.
Kevin, I mentioned a few weeks ago that I was looking at the Eric Johnson 1954 Virginia Strat. I ended up buying it. That thing is ridiculous. I got a great deal on it. Thanks for the previous input, guys. Nice.
Lovely.
Yeah, really nice.
That's a guitar I like.
Awesome.
Yeah, really nice. Pedro, he says, any advice on the Axe Effect stuff? The VP4 looks good to have with Tonix, but it's much less powerful than the FM3 Turbo. But yeah, so the VP4 only runs four effects. The FM3 runs as many as until the processor kicks out. Yeah, I think if you're only looking at running 4 effects, you don't need any more than that. I would do that. I still think if you're going to go VP4, I'd use it for your time-based effects, like your reverbs, delays, chorus, that sort of stuff.
Yes.
After, in the effects loop or whatever.
That's what I'm going to do.
Still, yeah, and I still run pedals beforehand. I mean, I still use pedals with the Axe effects. I just prefer the pedals, and also you can adjust them quickly and stuff. Basil, Kirk, why is this guitar so thick? Brilliant. Uncle Faye, the Jack White Custom was way better for the price. What's the Jack White Custom?
Guessing he did an acoustic.
Oh,
Guessing.
didn't see that. Basil, it should be a bird made of razor blades. What's more metal than that? There's nothing more metal than that.
See, that would actually be, that's a cool idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go. And it took somebody 5 minutes to look at the picture and go, how about this? It makes you wonder what people are thinking when they're behind the designs of stuff.
Yeah.
Good job, Basil.
Yeah.
Michael MC, Benny, how often do you pick up the JTG versus other guitars?
Oh.
Still pleased with it.
Michael, funny you mentioned that. I went through and picked up some of my guitars the other day to kind of try to make a decision of which ones I was going to sell because I want to get rid of a few. And I play the JTG probably like at least once a week. And I picked up that guitar after playing the Fender Custom Shop and all the other expensive stuff I got here. And I'm still blown away with that guitar. It plays. It was still in tune, the next week. Even those import pickups sound fantastic. I don't even want to. The only thing I did, as you probably know, if you're paying attention to me being on here, whatever, I changed the pick guard. I changed the pick guard to black because I didn't like the pearloid one. For those, I guess I should show it, right? If nobody's seen it before, right?
Yes.
So I changed the pick guard out to the satin black, and I ordered it directly from Tyler. And I'll tell you what, man, if the logo was changed on the headstock and it said James Tyler only on there, and somebody gave this to me, I would never have known. The thing is phenomenal. And maybe I just got a freak one. I don't know. I can't speak for everybody's, but this one is not going anywhere.
That's great.
And if I was playing gigs, I would gig with this guitar.
Yeah.
So
brilliant.
Hopefully that helps.
That's great. That's great. Yeah. It's great. What awesome guitar. Dave, Kurt got that look on his face because he knows he can't use a wah-wah with it. Very good. Basil, Eddie Murphy was once asked why a particular terrible movie. Eddie Murphy was once
why he was in, probably.
Okay. He answered, they gave me 20 million to do it. Awesome.
Yeah, and I would do it too.
It's a puffin. It
does look like a puffin.
The hell's
a puffin is not very rock and roll, is it?
No.
It's
a seabird. A puffin's a seabird.
Oh. Maybe there's something we don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe.
Now, they killed an albatross, right, in Rime of the Ancient Mariner, so it's not that. I was just thinking the Grim Reaper and with the bird.
And Albatross was a Peter Green song.
Yes.
Peter Green, Greenie, Les Paul. That would have made sense.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Doesn't make sense.
Does the Grim Reaper have a puffin with him? Is there something we don't know in lore?
I doubt it.
I don't think so.
Basil, folk with perfect pitch often
hear the wrong note as they get older, right?
Okay, folk with perfect pitch often hear the wrong note as they get older, like they don't hear a G as G anymore. Oh, okay, interesting. Yeah. So that's different. That's interesting. Alistair, James, he was obviously made from the wrong tone with drums.
Awesome.
Freyet's best. Yes, I agree. Session Gold said, I also got a Fender Mustang Micro Plus for my birthday. Super handy and sounds decent. only lacks some effects, especially the chorus. Sadly, sucks a bit. Do you guys have any experience with the Fender Studio? No, I never tried it.
No, they won't let us near one.
Awesome. No, interesting though. Yeah, I'd like to try one of those little Fenders. Mr. Cassidy, hello mate.
Steve,
Hello.
how are you?
And the rats, hello mate. Hope you're well. Rich, my mistake. Isn't LF Customs? It's RF Customs. Long day at the office. Cheers, Rich.
Yeah.
But thanks for clarifying that, mate. Hubris, good question. What are your thoughts on FRFR cabs versus studio monitors for playing guitar at home using a Fractal FM9 modeler?
Just get a good pair, get a reasonable pair of studio monitors. You'll be fine.
I would much rather use studio monitors than I would an FRFR cab.
Plus a dual purpose.
Yeah.
That's what I'm in. Yeah, the dual purpose. Also, it's stereo.
Exactly.
I mean, if you're saying get two FRFR cabs, possibly, but it's a lot of space. I'd much rather have monitors. The great thing about monitors are that you hear it as
other people are going to hear it.
As other people are going to hear it, exactly.
Yeah. And again, much like an FRFR cab, the more you spend, the better you get. So if you've got, I don't know, £500 budget, you're going to get a decent set of power active monitors. So great.
Yeah, and if you were going to spend $1,000 or $1,500, man, you could buy one heck of a set of monitors.
Yeah. JP, I'm thinking Kurt went with a Raven as he's a total horror nut.
Oh,
So
that makes sense.
Edgar Allan Poe and Roger Corman tribute, as his signature stuff is horrific. But
he's right. He's right because he's got all those horror guitars with the graphics all these years.
But why does it still look like a puffin?
That I don't know. Is there a Psycho Puffin movie?
Maybe it's supposed to look like a raven, but it actually turned out looking like a puffin.
It looks like a
Some
penguin.
of those dodgy tattoos.
Yes. Boys, we're there.
Are we there?
So I'm going to hit this button.
Stupid comments of the week.
Oh, damn, we didn't talk about this, did we? So
we've got two this week.
Have we?
We've got one from JTT and one from the main channel. This one was one of those. Right, I found this hilarious.
Comment on this pedal turns anyone into vocalist. My twin plays trombone. Can this device give me multiple chords from one note? And you said yes with the mic, of course, but isn't one trombone enough? One trombone is one trombone. Too much.
Too many, probably. Yeah, but from the main channel.
As long as it doesn't have a Fender style neck. Yeah. I can't remember what that was on though.
I can't remember either.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was like, what Fender style neck?
That's not that stupid. Yeah.
Well, they did quite a lot.
What does that mean?
Yeah, they do. Yeah. No, that's fair point. Fair point.
Yeah, so I don't really know what that meant. I don't even know what it was from. Maybe it's a bit of a fail of a stupid comment, but that was...
It's all right.
Stupid comments of the week.
Well, there we go.
Awesome.
There we go. A relatively on-time show tonight.
Yeah, you're like 30 minutes ahead.
Which is bizarre. I thank you, our dear listener. I thank Mr. Vinny the Axe down there, Mr. Paul Drew, and for joining in the fun as usual. Back next week, where Vinny will rock up at half time because he has a job. Because America will go into daylight savings time. Don't know where Phil was this week. Probably working, with a proper job as well. Very scary.
He needs to get his priorities straight. He knows Wednesday. He needs to tell his work that Wednesday is the most important day of the week.
Work? No. So yeah, thanks ever so much for joining us, everyone. Have a great weekend of gigging and all that sort of stuff, and we'll see you on the flip side. Take care. Good night.
Peace out,
guys. Bye bye.